coming up. There is optimism that the US and Iran are moving towards some kind of a deal. That's next. U.S. markets up slightly today. Some investors are optimistic that the U.S. and Iran are moving closer to a resumption of peace talks. Our guest says he remains bullish on equities longer term. He thinks that the conflict in the Middle East won't be an overhang for too long. We're joined by Ian Shaffer, President and Chief Investment Officer at Galliant Advisors. Ian, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Obviously, it's probably a foolish game betting on any kind of diplomacy, but you think investors should be looking past this current disruption in the Middle East.
Well, thanks for having me on, Andrew. And basically what happens, you have these geopolitical events, and we've seen a lot of them. We've seen the Russian, invasion of Ukraine in 2022. We saw the Israel war in 2023, and now we have Iran. And the homework shows that, these drawdowns that occur during these geopolitical situations, they really are measured in weeks and not months. So if you're an investor and you're looking for an opportunity for the long term to get into the market, you always want to be taking the opportunity for the sell-off to buy quality companies on sale. And that's what we've been doing. Yes, it's hard to say, is this the absolute end to the war? But you see that even, some of the deadlines have come and gone, but March was a little bit of a vacuum of news. You didn't have many earnings, companies reporting earnings. You had a lot of macro news on the headlines. And now that we're in April and it's earnings season, even though not all the negotiations are going perfectly, the market is looking to shrug it off. They're saying to themselves, I don't know if it's going to end today, tomorrow, but by June, I think we'll have some clarity and hopefully there'll be cooler heads will prevail. So people are buying. We're looking to add names that are on sale, and I think it's a healthy thing to do. Always buy low, sell high.
We're going to get into some ideas here, but it's interesting that Jensen Huang apparently says that the next generation of American millionaires will be from skilled trades like plumbing and electrical work. That's fascinating because, of course, we don't have enough of these skilled workers.
Well, for sure. And we're talking about the AI boom here when the CEO of NVIDIA is coming out and saying that. So there's a lot of, thoughts that AI, it's all about technology. And a lot of it is. But the nuts and bolts that go into AI, really provide some really compelling opportunities to invest in what used to be boring industrial dividend-paying stocks that have upside, tremendous upside, in fact, due to the AI boom. And if I'm happy to go into the stocks that we like right now, but we actually think it's very early to pick who will be the absolute winner. NVIDIA, former winner. I'm not saying it won't, go higher from here, but you can see that the market is trying to sniff out who will be next. So Marvell, AMD, they're starting to make these big moves. So what we think is, since you won't know the absolute winner or loser, why don't you take a few positions in each different part of the AI ecosystem, starting with a company that's going to be reporting next week, EMCOR. So a company in this space.
Give us a sec. Sorry, EMCOR. EME is the symbol. And just tell us.
EME is the symbol.
Engineering company. Tell us what attracts you here, please.
Yeah. Okay. So you have engineering construction. I mean, this company and Comfort Power Systems, ticker FYX, who just reported yesterday, have been on a tremendous tear over the past few years. These guys build the data centers, but they also have the janitorial services, the cleaning services. They really do all the bits and pieces that, are required to manage a data center, along with the engineering construction. So really, going back to that comment by Jensen Huang, we're talking about the plumbers and the carpenters who will really be the next millionaires. This company is growing tremendously. We think it, like I said, it's number 2 to FIX, but FIX, the valuation is too high for us. So we'd rather take the number 2, a company that's done very well this year, but it's still its earnings multiple is about 25 times for a company that's AI segments are growing well north of 30 times. So, and soon to grow higher. So we really like this story. It used to be boring, but it's not boring anymore, and it's near new high, so I'd wait for a pullback.
And then the other company you mentioned was Comfort Systems, whose symbol is FIX, and they're heating, ventilation, and I think janitorial services and stuff like that.
Yes, very similar to EME, but as I'm saying, we do not own FIX. We own EME. FIX has been a rocket ship straight up. It really hasn't given investors an opportunity to get in. So, you know, like we said, buy low, sell high. MCOR 2 quarters ago had an opportunity where the report was solid, but some buy-side investors had higher estimates that they wanted from the report. So the stock went down. We used that as an opportunity to get in. And we were able to buy, you know, low 600s, and now the stock is, you know, around the 800 level, so or higher, sorry. And so, yeah, so it's always be patient, have a watch list ready, and then look to see when you can get the names you want, but on sale, very important. And the last one, Andrew will mention, is a very boring utility company. Okay, so you have AEP, American Electric Power.
Okay.
So these guys are a very unique story. They're one of the largest utilities in the US, and they're building the AI grid of the future. And they're partnering with companies like Bloom Energy, which has also been a rocket ship and has gone straight up. And I wouldn't say to chase that company, but here's a different way you can play it. You can play it through the boring AEP, whose contracts for power are, you know, they're contracting their backlog already to 2030 at this point, and they're building capacity, and their partnerships with companies like Bloom Energy. You really get a great opportunity to own a boring company, paying a 3% dividend, and then you have the AI upside to the story. So it could really do well, and there's an opportunity right here.
Thanks a million, Ian. Ian Shaffer, President and Chief Investment Officer at Galliant Advisors.